So this another video on Peugeot manual transmissions. So this of course, like I done in few videos before now on this particular subject. This is the recommended oil for at least 1995 till date Peugeot vehicles with stick shift or manual gearboxes. It's possible that the recommendation started before 95, but like I said, at least from 95 upward to date. So this oil is not available in Nigeria, and I know I've tried and imported some in the past and sold, but of course it wasn't enough, and I still demand for them, and I've been writing to Total Nigeria so many times, both email, hard copy letters, and one of the letters I sent even was returned. So um, so nothing has happened from their end. They've not started bringing it and selling, even without my explanation. The need for them to start selling this oil or start bringing it in and selling, to make it available for people who use manual. Quite a number of them, Peugeot users and some other brands too, that will benefit from this oil. So well, while we are waiting for them, which I don't know why they've not taken it serious. But it appears they've started responding to some of my, I don't know, it's possible it's some of the letters or publications I've done, that they've started to make changes on the oils they sell in Nigeria. Like at least they've introduced total was I know HTC 5W30, which I personally pushed for. I don't think anybody in Nigeria did that or have done that up till now. So I know how many times I've written to them, did a lot of publications and videos, and now they started selling it in Nigeria. And I also helped in doing the marketing for them without asking for anything from them, and it's now a success. So I'm telling them, if they are listening or watching this video, do the same. Just like you are successful with the HTC, I promise you guys, okay, I don't make promises, but at least I will assure you guys, if it comes in, I'm going to do my very best to market it for you guys and to also be as successful as this HTC. So moving forward, so this is the recommended oil. The Peugeot, like I said, is recommended by Peugeot for their manual transmissions. Um, the earlier one was BV 75W-80, but this one now succeeded it, so they are basically the same. But this is an improvement on the other one. So the number recommended or oil certification from Peugeot for this gear oil is B712330. So that is it. So to be honest, this oil is so good. See, this is something I've experienced. It's not like I'm being told. I'm running it in my one of my Peugeot cars, so I can tell the difference. It will help your transmission to run smoother, reduce resistance, or it probably even eliminate resistance completely. The gear oil is so good, and also this oil is so good that you can use it at least about 250,000 kilometers before it wears out. But of course, you may not need to use it up to that mileage. But it means if you choose to use it, you can be sure that nothing will happen to your gearbox up to 250,000 kilometer usage. So that's how good this gear oil is. But like I said, don't go and leave it till that time, because there's could be some conditions that could make it um deteriorate before then. Like if you are removing your CV joints every now and then, and dirt, water, stuffs are going into the gearbox from those holes, then yeah, it's going to contaminate the oil and it will deteriorate. It won't last. So I'm just giving you, all things being equal. So that's how good this gear oil is. Now, but total is not serious, like I said, or maybe they've not taken. I would say not serious. Okay, let's just give them benefit of the doubt. They've not had me, or talking about this oil, the need for it. So now they are hearing it, or they will hear it, or watch it very soon, or in future, or tomorrow, whatever. We need this oil badly here in Nigeria. However, there is now an equivalent to this Total one you can start using. Depending when Total decides to, wake up from their sleep. So that is an equivalent one, which I'm going to show you guys now. Now it does. I'm not saying is in terms of quality is the same, but I'm saying in terms of recommendation from Peugeot, they have that same oil certification for this same oil from Peugeot. So let's see, all right. So see, this is it. This is the oil that is now available in Nigeria. For those in Europe, you can easily get that Total transmission oil gear 8 75W-80. But those of us here, we don't have access to it unless we have to import, which can be quite expensive to do. So but this one is available, and the price is okay. They are selling it in 4-liter container, and the name of the oil is MANNOL oil. That's the name, MANNOL. So and it has a name. It has I think their number. They usually differentiate their oil with numbers. So this one is 8104. MANNOL 8104. There's another things there like MTF-4 J-Treble. Wow, this is your language self. I think it's German something. So if you're looking at the picture, just take note of this thing. You can pause it and write this name down as you are looking at it on the screen, or the title of this picture, you see it there. So MANNOL MTF-4 J-Treble 8104. Or you could just search for it, MANNOL 8104. It will pop up. So it's available in Nigeria. At least I know it's on Jumia. It was actually a member of the Lion community I was discussing with yesterday that mentioned that he came across it on Jumia, and he wasn't sure, so he decided to ask me if he has the Peugeot recommendation, or if it's something safe for him to use, or if one can. So I decided to study, and eventually I found out that yes, it's one of the oil recommended by Peugeot for their manual gearboxes, modern manual gearboxes. It has that oil certification from Peugeot, which is B712330. So just like the Total one, though this one I don't know, but it's synthetic oil. But I think it's synthetic or semi-synthetic. But whatever it is synthetic. It's much better than probably every other one you may find in Nigerian market. So using synthetic means it will help your gearbox to last longer before the need of draining and replacing it with another fresh oil. I don't know what else to add. In terms of duration of change, like I said, it all depends on the quality now. because no matter what, there will always be a slight difference in terms of quality between the oil recommended by two, or between like three oils recommended by same manufacturer. So it can't, everything can't all be the same. So, but in terms of availability, and for Peugeot to recommend this, it means it should also be a high quality oil. So yes, considering the absence of that total gear 8, this is one I will go for in Nigeria. But if you are asking me if I were to choose between this one and the total one, if both are available, I will go for the total one. So, but this is the best we have, so go for it. I saw, and the Jumia, I think I saw like 12,000 naira for the 4 liters, which to me is even cheap, because I know how much or the time I imported that total one, I know how much I spent to land a liter in Nigeria. So if you do the calculation, you realize that this one is even much cheaper compared to importing outside Nigeria, that total one. So, and so go ahead, make your purchase. If you find it, just go check online, Jumia, wherever you can. Is available, buy it. And in terms of quantity, I know all those Peugeot cars with manual gearboxes from 1995 upward, the maximum for their 2 liter gearboxes. I'm saying maximum, I'm not saying all of them are the same quantity, recommended quantity, but I say at least max for 2 liters is about, no, I'm mixing things up. I'm saying maximum for uh, five shift gearboxes, manual gearboxes, 5 shifts, 5 speed, whichever I want to call it. So maximum quantity for 5-speed manual gearboxes in Nigeria on Peugeot cars produced from 95 upward is 2 liters. 2 liters. Mass. Quite a number of them is 1.8, 1.9 and stuff like that. But at least I know even if you put 2 liters, it will not cause any harm. So mass 2 liters. Then for the 6-speed manual gearboxes, it's I think like maximum of 2.6 liters, but then some are also as low as 2 liters. So it all depends on your gearbox model. So if you are buying, make sure you find out what quantity your gearbox is supposed to take. So in this case, if your own gearbox takes about 1.8, 1.9 or 2 liters, it means you have extra 2 liters remaining when you buy this gearbox, so you can use it next time you want to change the gear oil, or if you need to top up, maybe there's a leakage on the CV joint of oil, oil leaked out from there, you replace the same, then you top up. So it's a good thing. You're not just buying only that 2 liters to use up at once. So I highly recommend this oil. Now, one thing I need to talk about before you go ahead, or even after making this purchase, make sure you change your CV joint oil seals. The oil seals on the gearbox, where CV joint goes in, constant velocity joint. Now, for Nigerians, sometimes it can be difficult when you are saying some of these things. They won't even know what you are talking about, because they rely on the local names mechanics call them. CV joint is what you people call inner shaft, inner cup. Yes, very funny, but unfortunately, that's what Nigerians call it. Inner cup, inner shaft, or whatever other name you have for it. That's what I'm talking about. So it's on the hold on. So it's on the gearbox. So I will advise you change it. The reason why I'm recommending this is, if you don't change it, if what you have there already is a mineral or something else that is wrong to be used on that gearbox, If you put synthetic oil, it's going to cause reaction, and the oil will, all of them will leak out. Your 12,000 naira will most likely be gone. That's, of course, though you may still have 2 liters remaining, but I'm saying you are going to lose. So I would suggest you change those cells. It doesn't matter if it's leaking, if they are leaking, if they are not leaking when you want to introduce it, change them. Just change it. Trust me. If you think I'm joking or making this thing up, I'm not have any knowledge to back what I'm saying. Go ahead and change. Go ahead and pour out the oil, the old oil. Pour this new oil without changing those cells. Then let's find out what's going to happen. Those of you who have met me one-on-one and have done this kind of work for you, some of you eventually experience it when I pointed it out, even on the engines, not just on the gearbox. So change them unless you are very sure that the oil in that gearbox is still that factory one, or is still the recommended OEM from new. Or you change it and still you change it with the recommended one, not the available one that are not meant for that gearbox. But if you are sure that if you are not sure of what is there, change those cells, whether they are leaking or not. Change them, go and buy, even if the one you find is not their original one, the cells. If on the telling, change them, depending where you can buy the original. Otherwise, you will lose this your 12,000 naira. It will fail. The whole oil will leak out within less than 5 days. Change them. Synthetic and all this mineral oil, they don't go hand in hand at all. So any rubber there, it will react on it and mess it up. So it doesn't matter. You may think you drain the old one, not everything will go out. So eventually the remaining one there will mix up with this one, and the only time you may not need to change the oil cells, let's assume you put mineral oil, change the cells, maybe you've not driven it for more than a month or thereabout, and now you've gotten the what's it called, the recommended oil, synthetic oil. If you drain the mineral oil and put the synthetic, I don't think it will react. No, it will not react to those cells. People that have done it, as long as you've not used it that long, it will not react on it. The cells will not fail. But once you use the mineral or use synthetic oil for a long time on a gearbox, on an engine, and then you now switch to something with lower quality or different, it's going to react. Those cells will fail, and the whole oil will leak out. And then if you are on a journey, maybe you are not paying attention, listening to the sound of your gearbox or your engine, you may lose either your gearbox or your engine, depending on the one you did that oil change. So change those cells. They are not expensive. At least the ones in the open market, 1,000 naira for one cell. So 2,000 naira is not too much. Sometimes 1,500. OEM costs a little bit more. If you can't buy those ones, and we close that chapter for a very long time. So yeah, go ahead and buy this one. It's very much available now in Nigeria. You go to Jumia, you find it. Source for it, any other place you can get the MANNOL oil. Look for this. Look at the name 8104. That's their product code or product number. MTF-4 and this other name I don't understand. Now this oil, this is total Transtech 4 85W-80. I know last time I did mention that worst case scenario you can use it. This one is available in Nigeria. However, it's still not good for those gearboxes. It's thicker, it's not synthetic, and yes, it's still API GL4 like the other ones. Like this total one, this other one, this the recommended one is API GL4 plus. So it's more superior. That to me is more even superior to this other one. But this one, yeah, it will make your, you observe, once you start using it, it will make your gearbox noisier. it will create a lot of resistance in your gearbox as it moves, and which will now reflect on the fuel consumption. It will make your car consume more fuel. Just like engine, if you start using thicker oil like 20W-50 or in an engine that is meant for 5W-40, what will now happen is it will create a lot of resistance on the rotating part of the engine, the gears, the crankshaft, the camshaft. They struggle to rotate, and that will reflect on the energy the engine will need to overcome that resistance. And then those energy reflects on the fuel required for you to burn or produce those energies. So you spend more on the fuel and the drag. This is when those resistance are happening inside your gearbox, it drags the engine. So the engine has to struggle to keep the gearbox, to the communication to flow. So it will tell you on your fuel consumption. So that's why that's synthetic one. So this one is not the recommended one, but for a very long time, for years, I don't even know, it's not a matter of long time, for years, Total have not been selling that recommended one here in Nigeria. So this one now appears like the devil we know, or the better one at hand. It makes your gearbox very noisy and so many things. It's not good, but then you just do the best you can. Or if you can't, if you find it so annoying or you just can't deal with it, then you import the recommended one. So if you are using this one, or even if I've asked you, if you have called or something, and I say, okay, you can go ahead and use this one. Now we've gotten one recommended for gearbox now, so go ahead and drain this thing out. Use the other one. Use either this, if you can import, which is the Total Transmission Gear 8 75W-80, or hold on, or use this one, which is also 75W-80, MANNOL MTF-4. Okay, I hope I make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, I don't know, maybe I can't help you there. But it's just for you to enjoy your manual transmission. All this oil and that Total one, even the manufacturers claim that it will make the shifting smoother when the gearbox is cold. I've done a video using my own as an example how smooth you can you can use 2 fingers to be shifting your gear lever while you are in motion. That's how good that recommended oil is. Unlike this other Total one, the 85W-90 one, or every other one they sell in Nigeria that is very so thick and all that, you have to use all your palms to be able to add a lot of pressure, use your muscle to shift, especially when the engine and gearbox is still cold. You have to be pulling it hard until they warm up. Even when they warm up, that resistance you could see apply small pressure before you can move it. But with that recommended oil like this one and the other one, well, I've not used this one, but I want to believe that is the same with the Total one, because they also mention it on their claims behind, on the oil sticker on the back of it. They mention that it makes the shifting smoother when cold. So for Peugeot to also approve it means it's actually true of their claim. So go ahead and do that. So if you want your gearbox to last for you, start using this recommended one. If you don't want it to last for you, you can use every other one and it's still eventually going to fail, or it will burn out faster before you know it. Oil will burn out faster before you know it and wreck your gearbox, or it makes driving experience very unpleasant, very sad one. You'll be finding it very hard to shift, and you start complaining manual gears are difficult to drive, not knowing that it's you, or probably because of available fluids you put that is making it difficult to use. But now you have one to make it very smoother, and you even know you are shifting gears. But then you'll be having fun in the process. So that's all about it.